Well, it's been another big year for news stories and milestone moments, from Taylor and Travis winning over hearts, Olympic victories that stunned the world, and a presidential election we apparently just couldn't get enough of.
So which headlines have captured our attention over the past 12 months, and just what have Australians been searching for the most online? Well, what we can talk about on the telly.
Here with the answers is Google's Search Trends Communications Manager, Camilla Ibrahim from Google. Hello, Camilla.
Good morning.
Let's start with the main event. What were the top 5 trending searches overall for Australia?
Yeah, there were 2 major events, international events this year. So Aussies were following the US election very closely, and of course we're getting into the Olympic spirit. We also, sport is always a key theme, and that we were also following the Euros, and then we also grappled with the death of Liam Payne, One Direction singer.
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift, she toured in Australia this year, and she was in fact the top trending global figure overall in Australia.
Yeah, OK. Now, a few famous faces have had a lot of airtime this year. Which public figures here in Australia have grabbed the most?
So in Australia, the top trending figure overall was John Singleton. We followed, obviously, the return of Julian Assange to Australia as well. What was awesome about the top list of trending Aussies was that 6 Australian female athletes featured on that list. So Reagan, Sam Kerr, Jess Fox and more. So just awesome to see the growing support and recognition for women in sport.
Indeed. Let's dive into some pop culture. What's been keeping us entertained this year?
Yes, so the New York Times word puzzle Connections was #1 on that list. But of course there were several movies and TV series that trended this year. So Saltburn, Baby Reindeer, and then of course Boy Squallows Universe, which is the series based on the book by Australian author Trent Dalton.
Wow.
And now, one category causing intrigue, like everyone's interested in this now, the DIY. Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us all about that. What's happening?
Oh, this will be interesting, because this could be very wide, couldn't it?
Oh, very wide.
Like, could it be tiling? Could it be fencing? Could it be how to get a bigger deck?
Well, yes, look, Aussies come to search for all different reasons, for creative inspiration, for problem solving, to build skills. We were quite crafty this year, so we can see that we were searching...
What was the #1?
Well, the top one was car maintenance, actually.
So I did not see that coming.
So that was actually, we saw that trend carry over to the how-to list, where people were searching how to tune a car engine, how to inspect a used car. So perhaps indicating a growing resourcefulness and self-sufficiency in this economic climate. But we were very crafty in general, looking up Halloween and Book Week costumes, looking to make homemade slime.
Hang on just a second. Are you telling me more people looked up how to make Easter Bunny footprints than how to make Taylor Swift friendship bracelets?
Apparently. That's extraordinary.
We need to know our audience better, Karen.
Yes.
We really do. We've seen a number of recipes go viral. Like, this stuff's going crazy, right? What have Aussies been looking out for? What do we want to cook?
I think that would have eclipsed cars, wouldn't it?
The Taylor Swift friendship bracelets?
No, the
recipes.
The recipes.
Well, they're separate lists.
Oh, separate lists. Right, yeah.
So on the recipe list, Jamie Oliver air fryer recipes was #1, as Aussies look to new kind of healthier techniques or gadgets in the kitchen. We also saw an interesting combination, unexpected flavour combination. So bitter melon and salt tea. And what was interesting, in previous years we've seen kind of more hearty classic comfort food, lamb stews, quiches, pies, those types of things. This year we saw a shift to kind of snacks and appetisers. So that viral cucumber salad, crumble cookies, colcannon, which is Irish mashed potatoes. But the most interesting one, and unusual one, was oat Zempic recipes, which is basically an oatmeal meal replacement shake, but with a play on the words of Ozempic, which is the diabetes
And I also
medication.
saw the word porn star on that list, and that surprises me that people would Google that sort of stuff.
Well, it was porn star martini, which is
martini. I see. I didn't read the whole. I didn't read the whole.
A passion fruit martini.
Oh, okay, there you go. We've seen some interesting new slang emerge this year. So what words have Australians been looking up?
This was a very fascinating list, and it seems that Aussies were looking to expand and elevate their vocabulary. So demure is number one.
Yeah.
Well, that was off the
yeah.
mindful demure. Isn't it funny?
Exactly.
It comes off the TikTok trend, doesn't it?
Yes, exactly. So, and then, but there are several terms on there which I'll admit I had to look up not only the definition but the pronunciation of these words.
Yeah.
Solfège is one of them.
What is that?
Which is, well, I now know that solfège is the application of the sol-fa syllables to a musical scale or melody.
Yeah, of course. That makes sense.
Oh, you knew that one?
No, not entirely. Not all of it.
But what we found actually, which is interesting, is that some of the words on that list were actually words that were in the New York Times game connections.
Oh.
So people were turning to search to play that game.
What's number 5 there?
Yeah.
Sobriquet.
Yeah, sobriquet means nickname.
Well, why wouldn't you just say nickname?
You're so Australian. And what was Monticello?
Monticello means small mountain in Italian, but is also the name of Thomas Jefferson's property. So there's a few double meanings.
Is that Vox or Vax?
Vox, which means voice.
Like Vox
look, tried to find out the reason for all of them. We don't know. There's various reasons why people look them up, but also, as we said, kind of double meanings for each of them.
Yeah, and I love, though, that one list feeds into the other list. So you had something appearing in connections, which turns up on the list as we all Google what the heck does 2 down mean? You know, as in on the... That's a crossword.
Oh, sorry, my co-host's a little old school. Have you heard of a thing called a crossword?
I have indeed.
Yeah.
I enjoy a crossword.
Well, I think connections have got crosswords in them, haven't they?
Yes,
So
yeah, you have to
one
find
of the-
common threads between. Yeah.
Common.
Thank you. This is fascinating. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Really
Thank you for having me.